last Sunday I did a show and I bombed. Like it was not a good set. Like, and I know it wasn't a good set because when I got off stage, another comic was like, man, it's just like it was.
That bit's funny.
You had
It's
some
got
good.
legs.
He's like, you had a good solid couple minutes, and I was like, if I would have done well, you wouldn't have said anything to me.
Yeah.
But because I bombed, you're trying to like lessen the blow, and that. But then a non-comic come up to me and was like, dude, that was the funniest shit. I loved it. Like, how do I follow you? And
Which
I was
one
like,
do you put more weight on?
the comic. Because the audience member, I'm like, yeah, you
But
don't.
isn't it ironic that we're trying to please the audience member?
Yeah, the audience member is the guy who bought the tickets.
Yeah, exactly.
But the comic is the one that I care about.
I think the
'cause I'm
same way, but it's like, but the guy who we're doing this for, he's having a good time.
Well,
But, like,
yeah, I mean, it's got to be like the people that direct Avengers movies, like they broke box office records, but then
like,
Martin Scorsese's like, this isn't a real movie, and they're like, oh, I'm a fraud. It's like,
Yeah.
you're the most successful director in human history, but someone said it's not my cup of tea, and you're like, oh, man. Like that's because I don't know. That's the only time I would consider comedy art is because you care what other artists think. You don't really care about what the muggles think,
Dude, I described comedy as art in such a way that people looked at me like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I compared myself to somebody doing something really fucking cool, and I was like, you know what? It's kind of crazy, like that guy and me is like the guy. The people I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, he's just traveling, doing his art, and I'm just, kind of doing the same, doing my art, and it's like, this guy's playing like 7 instruments right now. You talk about your dick for 5 minutes. And it's like, yeah, but it's like we're just like grinding in this art world, and it's just like, all right,
we're just trying, we're just pulling things out of nothing and just throwing it out, just trying to get people to pay attention.
And I literally just like look at my phone 5 minutes before I go on stage, is like, all right, I'll try that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm fat. Okay. Yeah. I'm going bald. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. All right. And then you get up there and people are like, this guy.
This guy.
This guy.
That's so funny.